My wife and I were in Jerusalem one of the 30 times or so we've been there, and it was during a major Jewish genealogy convention. And the recurring theme was the phenomenal awakening of the Sephardic Jews around the world. Now, that was in 2003 or 4. We started in 1996. And back then, nobody really knew much about Sephardim or Sephardi or Anusim. And Anusim is a Hebrew word that means those that were forced to convert from a Jewish Sephardic lifestyle in Spain and Portugal to Roman Catholicism by force, okay? So all I can say in quick response to your question is, because it's time.
It's time.
The Lord's time is upon us. This is a day to arise and shine because the glory of the Lord is risen upon us. So it's our time. Since the days of King David, who had a real positive relationship with King Hiram of the Phoenician Empire, today's Lebanon, and then later King Solomon, David's son, they partnered in sending fleets of ships to Tarshish, which is ancient Spain, known as Sefarad today.
Right.
Sefarad is Spain in Hebrew. So since then, as you pointed out, yes, we've had Israelites, Jews in Spain since the days of David and Solomon. Then during the Babylonian captivity, many chose not to go to Jerusalem to reconstruct Jerusalem and the temple, so they went to Spain, Sefarad. Why? It's a safe place. It's a flourishing place. I mean, there's gold and silver and a lot of good things coming out of Spain. During the Roman exile, then we see probably the worst diaspora of them all. The worst massacre of Jews and taking Jews into captivity. And so many of them escaped Israel. And where did they go? Well, where's the safest place in that continent or part of the world? Sefarad, back to Spain. So those that didn't go to Spain, didn't escape, wound up in slave camps all across Europe. All right? But there was no slave or captivity center in Sefarad. Why? Because the Sephardim are in control. That is, those that had gone since the days of David and Solomon, the Babylonian captivity, so they were there. So it's a flourishing time. Spanish historians believe that the Jews, the Sephardim, are the ones that founded Spain, the Spanish historians say, in 70 AD, which is the day or the time of Rome's destruction of Jerusalem and the temple, the second temple. All right? I think that they are right on the one hand that the Jews are the founders of Spain, but they're off by about 1,000 years because they were there 1,000 years earlier with the Phoenician cousins. Okay, so yeah, they escaped there and they dwelt, and Spain flourished, and they led Spain to the golden era.
Right.
All right.